Good morning, folks.
What's good about it?
What's good about it is that I'm going to the Manhattan Vintage Show today. So let's go. Ugh. As with any kind of show or event, especially one concerning vintage, we gotta jazz it up a little bit with the outfit. So I've picked something out. We're gonna get dressed. Whoops. We're gonna get dressed even though, but this lighting is really bad. The lights coming through the window, hitting the floor, and then bouncing back up onto me.
Wow.
We are going to get dressed. It's supposed to be like 85 degrees today. So regardless of what I put on my body, I'm going to be sweating. So I figured I might as well look cute doing it. We are going to start off with this long skirt that I thrifted. I have no idea whether or not this is actually going to be comfortable to wear out and about in the city while it's freaking hot, especially because, can I even get this over my hips? Ugh. Especially because like I have this thing about taking up a lot of space on the subway while wearing a massive skirt, and you sit down, it spreads out across all the seats, and then people look at you judgmentally. It's a whole thing. But I want to be a little extra today. And then we've got this polo. So I realized I didn't actually tell you guys what the Manhattan Vintage Show is. It's probably a little self-explanatory. It's a vintage show in Manhattan. Happens like 3 times a year, I believe. And there's going to be like 90 plus vintage vendors there today. So I'm excited not only because I want to buy stuff, but also because I consider myself a fashion anthropologist, and part of anthropological work is ethnographic field work, and ethnography is going to a place and observing and noticing the way that people are different from you. So I'm excited to go to this vintage show as like a part of my research. I'm going to like take my phone and maybe like a notebook. If I can find a place to sit down, I'm going to sit and perhaps take a little while to write some notes and record my observations, talk to some people, and who knows, maybe I'll come out of it with a couple of friends. But we've got the research, we've got the YouTube, we've got the vintage. What more could I want? I'm excited. I'm leaving my hair the way it is today with a headband and everything because this is inevitably going to go up in a ponytail because like I said, it's going to be super freaking hot today. But for accessories, belt. And then I wanted to see what it would look like to layer my belt. Oh, that's actually kind of cute. We're going to give that a try. It's not quite loose enough. Okay, we're back. Hair is in a ponytail, belts are on. Not entirely sure how I feel about layering the belts together. I thought this would look cuter because I wanted this to be a little looser and kind of more draped, but it's a little tight and actually it's a little uncomfortable, so maybe I'll take it off. Pearl K necklace as per usual. All right, all I have to do is add some earrings and a little bit of lipstick, and then I am on my way, but it's really hot in here, so I'm gonna stop recording. All right, we are dressed. Got my little tote bag. Got my notebook for observations, noise canceling headphones because I won't survive without them because I am not built for this world. I need socks.
As they say in Shawshank Redemption, who really looks at a man's shoes?
I'm going to a vintage show. This is all about fashion. Of course people are going to be looking at my shoes. These are far cuter than my sneakers. See? Ta-da! Aren't these cute?
They are cute.
Thank you. I don't know why I'm so freaking nervous. I don't normally get nervous for this kind of stuff, but... So I ended up coming to the city an hour early. The early admission is at noon, the general admission is at 1, and I have a general admission ticket. So I popped into the university center at the new school to get some water and enjoy the air conditioning before I go stand in line. It's about 12:40, so I assume there's going to be a line for this event, so I'm gonna start heading over there after I use the bathroom. I'm excited. favorite piece and show me that we've seen so far. Okay, what year do you think this is?
I'm gonna say 1850, 1860.
1850, 1860?
Yeah, I think that.
Can you tell me why?
This incredible boning, this incredible structuring.
Oh, let's see the inside. It has boning on the inside. The boning has hooks too. There's
here. Machine stitches, which means there's going to be later than 57.
Okay.
Right, for sewing machine. This indigo color is quite bad.
Let's see the back. Oh, you're right, that is machine stitching. Very nice. Cool details. Hello. On your side of things, it's been a second or two. On my side of things, it has been 4 months. The clips that you saw from the Manhattan Vintage Show were filmed in April. It is currently halfway through August, a little bit more than halfway through August actually. I start the first semester of my last year at Parsons in a little over like a week and a half-ish. Some time has passed. I finished the semester, I went home to California, watched James graduate, went on hikes, went on concerts, went camping, saw the beach. Didn't think about school or academia at all, or my thesis. And now we're back to continue finishing the editing of videos that I filmed last semester that I want to get out before the next semester starts. So you guys didn't need to know any of that for this video, but I am very aware of the fact that I haven't filmed in a long time. Anyways, I just wanted to give a quick little wrap up of my thoughts about the Manhattan Vintage Show since I kind of just stopped filming on that day. As you may have noticed, I saw a school friend there, so I spent the rest of the day with him, which was really, really enjoyable, and just kind of got off my phone and my camera and spent a lot of time absorbing what it was like to be there, and it kind of blew me away and unsettled what I thought I might want to do for my research thesis, actually, for like my research subject. The Manhattan Vintage Show, like I said in the actual vlog clips, is an event where a bunch of vintage vendors, vintage clothing vendors get together. It's like a 2-day event where you can go and shop in one location for a lot of really incredible vintage and antique fashion. I really wanted to go because, first of all, I just love flea markets, antique markets, vintage shopping. We know this, but also something about it kind of gave me a similar vibe to anime and comic conventions. And if you are new here, you haven't been around for a while, I used to cosplay a lot of, if you go like way back into my like earliest videos, there are still some cosplay videos live on my channel, and so I used to make my costumes, dress up in them, and wear them to anime and comic conventions. And the vibe was very, very similar. It was like walking into a space where, first of all, everyone is dressed up. You can't not dress up to the Manhattan, New York City Vintage Show. It's kind of in the name. Not only was everyone dressed up, but a lot of people knew each other. There were vendors from across the nation. I even met someone from Sacramento, which is the area that I'm from, and we got to talk a little bit about like Sacramento and Central California life. And as you were walking through the vendor hall, you would just hear people like gasp and say hi and get really excited at seeing people that they knew or hadn't seen in a really long time. So it kind of had that similar community feeling that a convention might have, and that kind of got my brain a little intrigued, a little spark of I wonder going on in my head, because one of the things that got me into this program and studying fashion is my love of cosplay and sewing. So to see those similarities happening in a different but albeit similar space, different mode of fashion, was really exciting. And I do wonder if like the vintage trade show, because there's quite a few. There's Manhattan Vintage Show, there's a current affair, the Rose Bowl flea market. The point is there are a lot of spaces and events where people get together over a common interest, which in this case is old fashion. And being the little anthropology nerd that I am, I found that incredibly intriguing. It was a new cultural space that I had the opportunity to witness. So as I walked through the vendor hall, I tried to pay attention to like the sounds that I was hearing and the different voices that were overlapping and the smell of the vintage, the sound of the music, the feeling of the air, because you know, in some spots the air conditioning was really nice and in some spots the air conditioning wasn't so nice. And the feeling of the fabric and all the different, you know, 5 senses that you can use to kind of intake information. And yeah, I don't really know what I'm saying. It was fun. It was exciting. I really enjoyed it. I did in fact buy something. I bought this beautiful 1950s green velvet jacket. She is absolutely gorgeous. If you go to my previous video where I'm dressing up like Disney characters, I'm wearing her for like a brief moment. In that video, I gave her a name. Her name's Henrietta, and Hattie for short. I'm very excited about her, but I bought her in April and then it got hot and then I went to California and now I'm back and it's still hot, so I haven't had the chance to wear her. But she was the first piece of vintage that I bought in New York City, which is just a special moment for me. So I came away from it feeling more excited and joyful and energetic than anything I think I'd experienced this entire semester. And when it comes to doing research, there is difficult research, difficult subject matters that are really important to pursue. But I think that there is also the safety of the researcher, not only in things like physical safety, but also mental safety and mental health that should be taken into account. And like I was saying in my previous video, my research about trad wives and the connection between American politics and nostalgic fashion, it's a lot. Like, I come away from doing it feeling icky, feeling sad and depressed. And there were other things going on last semester that definitely contributed to that I will get to in some upcoming videos. But I came away from the vintage show feeling elated and joyful and excited and loving seeing people connecting and thinking about how other like types of theory, like the Care Manifesto, which is a book that I definitely recommend reading, kind of fits into this community, or the way that this community is like an example of the theory in the Care Manifesto, because it's all about not only do they care for each other, but they care for the clothing, and by extension, you know, it's secondhand clothing and vintage, they care about the environment. And my brain was just like lighten up in a way that I wanted to feel if I were to do research. So I was already feeling kind of iffy about my research topic, and that experience definitely made me feel even more iffy on my research topic. But I haven't really had much of a chance to that's not true. I have had plenty of chances to think about it, and I've chosen not to think about it because I took the summer off to just kind of rest and recuperate from a horrible semester. Now that I'm home and it's 4 months later and I'm looking at this footage and I'm editing it and I'm watching it and I'm recalling the experience and talking about it, I'm feeling like really excited about it again. And so, I don't know, I'm just kind of talking about nothing at this point. This is unfiltered thoughts with Katie about vintage. I think I've run out of things to say, so I'm gonna stop talking. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. Stay tuned for a couple more videos from last semester, and then we will finally get back to vlogging for my last year of grad school. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!